And the bad news is our favourite Scouser, Mr. Darren G. He might be in trouble with the law again. Well, he is in trouble with the law again, but he may well end up getting sent back to jail again. And it's not for any sort of violent offences or any dangerous offences or anything along those lines. It's going to be for some sort of defamation of character or malicious communications or that sort of thing. So the story goes, he hasn't actually spoke about this until today, or yesterday, which is unlike him, because he likes to talk about these things a lot. But so he had some evidence from a couple of girls on a SA that had been committed in Liverpool, an alleged and accused SA that had happened in Liverpool. Now, this could be true or this could not, but they reported it to the police, told Darren G X, Y, and Z's happened. Darren G brought it out on one of his lives. Now, this is a good couple of years ago. I think he said it was 2022, to 2,000 people watching or something in the live. And the girl, the next day, retracted their statements to the police, retracted the charge, whatever else. Said they didn't want to go through with it anymore. So with that, in the eyes of the law, now this offence doesn't exist. So if someone had been arrested for an SA and charged with an SA and prosecuted for the SA, then you can talk about that SA. But you cannot say on a public forum that someone has 100% done something of that fashion if they haven't, without expecting some sort of charges to come against you. Now, this family, I don't know whether it's a criminal family or not. Darren G seems to claim that they are, but they appear to have legitimate businesses, and they're saying that the things that Darren G has been saying about them, because he's been calling them every name under the sun, bacon, nonce, yada, 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 child abuser, yada, yada, yada. And they have actually got no charges against them at all, because the charges that were placed were rescinded against them. Now, this is Darren G saying this. This may not even be true. They may have never even had these charges put against them, but I don't know. This is 3 years ago now, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but they were dropped either way. So he's continued to go on about this subject, and he's speaking about it again. Apparently he was hit with a letter from the police basically saying, you've been accused of, he didn't say what the offence was, but I can only assume it was either malicious communications or harassment or one of these social media YouTube laws. And this beckons the question, with his record, we know the police and the council and everything around Liverpool hate him. We know the people of Liverpool hate him. The elite people around Liverpool hate him because he just talks shit about them all online. Whether it's true, whether it's not, all he ever does is say how they're all, again, the R word, rapists or bacons or child abusers or whatever else. So they're probably really, in a way, they're really, really glad that they've got something to slap him with. So he then goes on to say they messed up his court date and they messed up his bail date and they messed up this and they messed up that and they didn't give him any bail conditions, but he's obviously continued to go online and continued to talk about these things. So now they've gone back there with a re-bail date for a court hearing. They've given him a date, which is pretty soon, I believe. I don't think he actually said the date, but it was supposed to be next year and it's been brought right forward because they want to put some bail conditions on him. And the bail conditions are most probably what I would imagine are going to be a social media ban. That's what they normally do in these situations. If that's what you're getting done for, I'm surprised they didn't do it already. But if they did actually make a hash of the paperwork and the dates and stuff, maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, so he's most probably going to get hit with a social media ban because he's, again, talking about this whole situation, saying he hasn't done anything wrong, saying all these things that he said about this family are true. And they're obviously suing him, basically, all getting him, they've got him nicked for these claims. So yeah, it's a sorry state of affairs for Darren G, really. But the thing is, you can't go around, listen, in the day and age we live in now, it's all well and good coming on and having banterous videos and saying things about people that are just for a laugh, or reviewing videos that are already out there, or saying stuff that everyone already knows, that's already in the public eye, that's already fact. You can't just go online and make up damaging lies or something that you know to be true but isn't confirmed to be true. Do you know what I mean? Either or. You can't say something that was alleged and dropped and say it as if it was fact against someone, because if they then go to the police and you're inside, they're saying they've had their windows smashed, they're saying they've lost money through their businesses, and people, you know, they see it's causing anxiety, and it's anything that you're saying online that causes another person distress or anxiety, and it's like in this sort of vein, you just looking to get arrested. And we all know that, like, so Darren G's then gone into the whole conspiracy side of it with this and the reason why people are getting him. And then he's going on to say about Islamic gangs in Liverpool that were essaying young girls in the 80s, and a market that was shut down. And he's gone on to go talk about the Hillsborough disaster, and it's all interlinked, and all of this is why they're trying to get him, because he's speaking about these things, and he's this, you know, voice for the people online. And it was the Labour government and Tony Blair and Sherry Blair, and then he starts going on about Katie Price is on page 3. Why isn't their wives on page 3? Why would anyone want to look at Sherry Blair on page 3? But yeah, so Darren G, what will be the end solution? If Darren G gets a social media ban, do you think he will stick to said social media ban? I personally highly doubt it. Well, he may well do, but I highly doubt it. And what will happen is, look, we've seen Danny Christie jailed for malicious communications. We've seen Decca Heggie banned for jailed for social media related offences. It was inciting violence. Darren G's now speaking about very, very dangerous things in this whole, the Liverpool police force, the Labour government, Islam as a religion, accusing the Islamic people of certain... Listen, we all think and know certain things about this religion, but you're not allowed to say them on the internet anymore. And Darren G just goes into a unfiltered rant surrounding his already court date. Yeah, and I can just see him absolutely throwing the book at him. And the reason why is he's alleged of saying these things. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's alleging these things, he is saying them. He's alleging these things that we all know in 2025 in the UK, you do not have the free speech to say this online anymore. So in the first place, he was probably in trouble. Look, maybe potentially looking at a prison sentence, a massive fine at least. And now with this, it's just like, he's just opened the floodgates, because if there is any sort of corruption behind the curtain within the police force and the judiciary and with the councillors and this and that and MPs and everything, they're going to go, get him, shut him up. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's said this and this and this. They're just going to slap a file on the table of what he said and just go, you're done, mate. You're done. He could end up like, look at Lucy Connolly, got 2 years for a tweet, one tweet or a Facebook status. You've got a backlog of Darren G saying things online about people for, 7 years, 8 years? A lot of them a lot of them are unsubstantiated. A lot of them are just stuff that he's alleging with absolutely no evidence. And a lot of them are stuff against the police and the government. It's just he could end up being in really, really big trouble for this. And I strongly think, well, he has got a court date. He's not going to get not guilty. There's evidence of him saying it. He said it again today. He's going to get guilty. This holds a prison sentence. And with it, he's probably going to get a social media ban before that as part of his bail conditions. And the wheels could really start falling off. You know, like, if he doesn't adhere to his bail conditions, he's already got a terrible criminal record. He's probably going to get banged up for the stuff that he's then gone on to say today, which is probably going to get more unhinged and worse as his mental health gets worse, with the court case developing and with stuff coming up closer and all the rest of it. His head's going to explode, and he's probably just going to get worse and worse, which is going to get him in more and more trouble. If you've got this far in the video, do I think he deserves any of this? No, I don't. I think everyone should have free speech. Of course, I'm not saying he deserves it. I'm just saying this is the facts of how we're living at the minute. Anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you reckon he'll get a jail sentence? Is it looking bad for Darren G? Thanks for watching, guys. Adios. Subscribe. Labosh.